Whispers of the Haunted Mountains. The Thompson family, comprised of Mark, Sarah, Emily, and Jake, lived in a charming American town nestled beneath the imposing Appalachian Mountains. One brisk autumn morning, Mark had a spontaneous idea that sent shivers of excitement through the entire family. A trip to the mountains. Their goal was simple: to soak in the breathtaking beauty of the fall foliage, creating cherished memories together. As anticipation bubbled within them, they scrambled to gather their bags, snacks, and essentials. The journey kicked off with laughter, sing-alongs, and the palpable thrill of what lay ahead. Little did they suspect that this seemingly innocuous decision would soon propel them into a world of unimaginable terror. Their adventure took them deeper into the heart of the mountains, where the forest grew denser and the road narrower. They followed the GPS religiously, but as the hours passed, something sinister began to unfold. The GPS signal faltered, and the once familiar road twisted and turned in perplexing ways. Mark's forehead wrinkled in confusion as he scrutinized the map, trying to make sense of their surroundings. Panic crept in as they realized they were hopelessly lost in this sprawling wilderness. The previously friendly route had morphed into a bewildering maze of gnarled trees and winding paths. With each wrong turn, their sense of direction waned further. With each step deeper into the forest, strange occurrences began to play out around them. Eerie whispers, like the rustling of leaves, filled the air. Shadows darted at the periphery of their vision, and small, ghostly figures emerged from the underbrush. These ethereal beings, scarcely taller than children, wore attire reminiscent of centuries long past. Their hollow eyes bore into the Thompsons, and they spoke in a long-forgotten language that sent shivers down the family's spines. These spectral guardians appeared to be cautioning them about an impending doom, yet their words remained unintelligible. Night descended like a thick curtain, and the desperate family stumbled upon an enormous, decrepit palace hidden deep within the woods. Its looming facade was both majestic and menacing, with ivy-covered walls and moonlight glinting off shattered windows. The Thompsons hesitated at the entrance, but the biting cold and encroaching darkness left them with no alternative. Inside, the palace revealed itself as a place of haunting beauty. Marble floors echoed with the faintest of whispers, and the air was heavy with the scent of old books and long-forgotten secrets. Portraits of stern-looking nobles and forlorn maidens lined the walls, their eyes seemingly following the family's every move. The night within the palace was a harrowing ordeal. Ghostly laughter echoed through the corridors, and spectral figures roamed the moonlit chambers. One ghost, a lady in a tattered gown, moaned sorrowfully in the grand ballroom, her tragic tale etched in her mournful expression. Another, a spectral child with hollow eyes, whispered the family members' names in chilling, sing-song tones, as if beckoning them to join a spectral dance. Sleep proved impossible as the haunted palace appeared to come alive with torment. Doors slammed shut on their own, candles flickered mysteriously, and the very walls seemed to breathe with an eerie life of their own. The Thompsons clung together in terror, their voices trembling as they muttered words of reassurance. With the first rays of dawn, the family fled the palace, their faces etched with fear. They stumbled upon a small, decrepit house hidden amidst ancient oaks. Inside, an old man, gnarled and wise, awaited them. He was known as the protector of these cursed lands, and his mere presence seemed to calm the restless spirits. The old man regaled them with tales of the tragic history of the mountains, and the ghosts that haunted them. He was a man of benevolence, respected even by the spectral entities that roamed these lands. Under his guidance, the Thompsons learned of a treacherous path that would eventually lead them back home. Guided by the old man, the Thompsons embarked on a perilous journey through the unforgiving mountains. They traversed winding paths, crossed babbling brooks, and navigated dense forests. Their adventure was fraught with trials and tribulations, but they clung to hope and pressed forward, their determination unbroken. Finally, the Thompsons returned home, their faces etched with the memories of their terrifying ordeal. They shared their incredible story with friends and neighbors, recounting the haunted palace, the ghostly guardians, and the old man of the mountains. However, no one believed their account. Their friends dismissed it as a wild and fantastical tale, convinced that the family had merely lost their way in the mountains. The Thompsons were left to bear the weight of their eerie adventure alone, a secret hidden in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, known only to them. The harrowing memories of their journey would forever haunt their dreams, and the chilling specters they encountered would remain etched in their minds for all eternity. As the days passed since their harrowing encounter in the haunted mountains, young Emily Thompson began to feel increasingly unlike herself. At school, her classmates' thoughts seemed to echo in her mind, their emotions and fears unfolding before her like an open book. College-level thoughts raced through her head, and she found herself effortlessly grasping complex subjects she'd never encountered before. Emily had become extraordinarily powerful, her abilities manifesting in ways she couldn't comprehend. One day at school, Mrs. Johnson, Emily's concerned teacher, noticed something extraordinary. Emily was solving intricate mathematical problems in mere seconds, predicting the outcomes of experiments before they occurred, and even knowing the answers to questions before they were asked. Mrs. Johnson's unease grew, and she decided to call Emily's parents to discuss the unusual changes she'd observed. That evening, as Mark and Sarah returned home, they were met with a series of eerie events. Objects floated in the air, lights flickered wildly, and the family heard disembodied voices whispering chilling phrases. Their initial skepticism transformed into stark terror, and they knew that something malevolent had attached itself to their daughter. Desperate and terrified, they decided to seek the help of their local priest, Father Thomas, hoping that he could exorcise whatever had taken hold of Emily in their home. Father Thomas arrived the next day, prepared to confront the malevolent presence that had infiltrated their lives. As he performed the exorcism, the room filled with unearthly howls and screams. Emily convulsed, her body contorted by forces beyond her control, while the walls seemed to bleed, and the air grew heavy with an otherworldly presence. The battle between good and evil raged within the confines of their home. But Father Thomas's unwavering faith and determination eventually prevailed. The malevolent entity was expelled from Emily's body, leaving her unconscious but free from its grasp. As Father Thomas caught his breath, he revealed a long-held secret. He spoke of the old man, known as the King of Good in the Appalachian Mountains. He explained that the old man had once been a powerful protector of the region, harnessing ancient magic to keep the malevolent spirits at bay. The priest shared a tale passed down through generations. The old man, in his youth, had been a guardian of the mountains, ensuring that the restless spirits and malevolent entities were kept in check. His powers were unparalleled, and he had even managed to save the forests from being overrun by darkness. However, the strain of this duty took a toll on him, and he retreated deep into the forest to live a life of solitude. There, he continued to watch over the land, waiting for the day when he would be needed once more. With Emily now freed from the malevolent entity's influence, the Thompsons knew that their journey was not yet over. Father Thomas urged them to seek out the old man, the only one with the power and knowledge to ensure their safety and restore peace to the haunted mountains. Armed with the priest's directions, they embarked on another treacherous journey, deep into the heart of the Appalachian wilderness. Their path was fraught with challenges and perils, but they pressed on, knowing that the old man was their last hope. After days of journeying through the unforgiving terrain, they finally reached the secluded cottage of the old man. He greeted them with a knowing smile, his eyes filled with ancient wisdom. The Thompsons recounted their ordeal, and the old man listened, his expression growing somber. With the old man's guidance, the Thompsons and Father Thomas embarked on a mission to cleanse the mountains of the lingering malevolent spirits and restless souls. They faced terrifying confrontations with vengeful apparitions, but the old man's power proved unyielding. Together, they conducted a powerful ritual, driving the malevolent forces deep into the earth, sealing them away for eternity. The haunted mountains were finally free from the grip of darkness, and the spirits could rest in peace. As the last traces of malevolence vanished, the old man turned to the Thompsons, his eyes filled with gratitude. With his guidance, Emily's extraordinary abilities were gradually returned to normal. The family, now free from the curse that had plagued them, bid farewell to the old man, and began their journey back to a life of normalcy. The Thompsons returned to their town, forever changed by their eerie adventure. They shared their incredible story with friends and neighbors, who, now terrified by their tale, could hardly believe their initial skepticism. With the old man's legacy intact, The haunted mountains remained a place of awe and reverence, while the Thompsons returned to a life filled with love, unity, and the wisdom that could only be gained from facing unimaginable horrors and emerging victorious.